Hi YouTube, good morning. This is Rosemary. I don't dare come on here and not say, this is Rosemary, because I'll get that feedback. You didn't say your introduction. I have to take one more sip. Okay. I am smiling. I don't know, guys. I am, I know I come on every morning, or almost every morning, but this is the time where I really have time to do a video. Otherwise, I'm busy. I'm roaming around, cleaning and exercising and taking walks and enjoying my bike, and so I stopped to do it in the morning. It's my best time. So again, I'm in my gown. I'm loving my gown. This is the gown I bought at the thrift finds that I had the other day. Anyway, I wanted to come on and talk about my feelings about Connie's video. Connie's video, and if you don't know who Connie is, she's my twin sister, and she showed what she wants to do when she loses the weight. Connie's highest weight was 347. My highest weight was 447. Is that not ironic that we both have 47 at the end? It's just too cool. And I was remembering, it took me back. Boy, I was full of emotions yesterday when I saw that video. So many emotions. And I probably should have done the video right when I had the emotion, but I'm glad I didn't, because I seem to be coming on lately and just, showing so much emotion. And I don't want you guys to think that all I do is, cry and I'm sad. No, my life is full of joy. I rejoice every day that God gives me breath to continue, my journey. Anyway, so it brought me back so many memories of, just existing and not living. And most of us, that's why I love this support group, because we so understand each other, right? And so I was talking to some friends yesterday and telling them, it just took me down memory lane. I remember my kids having to help me so much, and as they grew, I grew. Hope I wasn't, I was wishing for height, but I didn't get any height. I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so they were having to help me a lot more. And I remember that hanging stomach. I had a lot of it. And sometimes we forget. I know it's hard to even say that. How can you forget? I mean, you were 447 pounds. There's no way you can forget that. Yeah, you can. You can forget. Actually, you'll always have that memory. You'll always know those feelings because they were so real in your life. But it's like out of sight, out of mind, It's not here anymore. I am not, like this anymore. And yet, I'm still working on getting this off. So anyway, what I'm trying to say, I'm always babbling, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a learning process, guys. Remember that when you take this journey, you take step by step, and sometimes there's rocks that you have to step on, and you get these calluses, I'm all about scenarios, aren't I? But there's sometimes you get these calluses when you step on these rocks, and you grow stronger from them. My mom used to always say, and she was full of scenarios too. She used to always say, in this life there's ups and downs and those curves, and sometimes you got to turn, and it's those turns, where you have to hold on to that wheel and you have to make those turns. Sometimes you still want to go straight on that path, but somehow the road turns, and you got to go with the road. And that's what makes us stronger. Sometimes we're just barely touching the wheel as we're driving, and sometimes we're holding on to that wheel like, oh, I don't want to wreck, Hold on, Rosemary. And it's that holding on. It's that holding on that just makes it easier to drive the next time I'm on that road. And try not to fall off the path, Try not to run into somebody. And when I'm stepping on those rocks, if I'm walking, I'm just, stepping on those rocks and learning a little bit more as I go into the road, into the journey. And so it just brought me back to being blessed and being who it is. Those turns and those rocks have made me who I am. We can have our pity parties. It's okay to have our pity parties. It's okay to say, oh, I want to get to that goal. Who's to say that I'm not at my goal? I've said it many times. I have all this skin still, even though they took that hanging stomach. They didn't take all of it. Remember, they didn't take all of the flab. There's still flab on me. They didn't make me a flat board. It wasn't possible for me. They took 25 pounds off my stomach. Can you imagine? I'm so grateful to be alive. I am so grateful to be alive. And so what I'm saying is that as you come down that journey, as you come down those roads and go up the mountain and go down the mountain and turn and whatever, be blessed for where you're coming or where you've come to. I've come here, I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped exercising. I haven't stopped, eating correctly. I haven't stopped, and I'm not going to. I'm learning to accept where I'm at. That scale does not define me anymore. I've done videos before. It doesn't define me. The scale does not tell me how hard I am working. And you know what? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Because you know what? Last year I was at a certain number. I'm trying very hard not to say a number anymore. Because the number does not define what I look like and who I am. There was a study by Oprah one time. She had, I think, 10 different girls or 8 different girls, and they all had the size 10 on, and none of them looked the same. None of them. They were all size 10, and none of them looked like they were all different. They all looked like they were wearing different numbers, but they weren't. They were all wearing the same size. So, if you're a size, I'm wearing a size 8 right now, and you're a size 8, I can't depend on looking at you and I would think that you were probably a size 5. I don't know. It just depends. Our bodies are different, and different stylists makes. That's what that study was about. Different stylists makes for different shapes of bodies, and so be blessed where you're at. I'm learning to be blessed where I'm at. It's hard for me to come on here and say, I haven't reached that certain number. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. This is a new day. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. And I'm thankful to have friends that show me that on my road, on my path. Thank you for showing me that, my friend. I'm going to shout her out. Her name is Sally, Cabernet Queen. And Antonia, take 2, Tony. My friends have and so many comments also, so many comments. I could name, I have so many subscribers. I love you all. I thank you for taking the time to show me it's not about a number. It is not about a number. First of all, I'm healthy. Second of all, I may not be at that number that I so want to be at. I'm not going to talk about that number anymore. I'm going to talk about where I'm at in my journey as far as health, as far as where it's taken me who I'm becoming very grateful, very blessed to be part of life. Because remember, I was only existing, and now I'm living. What are you doing? Are you existing, or are you living? You know, it's early this morning, and right after I turn off this video, I am going to have a little breakfast, and then I'm going to do my exercise, and I'm going to get out into life. I'm going to get out into the peach orchard, and I just might do a video showing you how beautiful the blossoms are. What a beautiful day it is today. Right now the pickers are here. I call them pickers because they're peach. They pick peaches, but they're out and they're, you know, taking care of the trees, and I don't usually go out when they're out there, but I will show you guys how beautiful the trees are right now. Blossoms are beautiful. I love you guys. Be blessed wherever you're at. Don't look at the number. Look at where you're at right now. Are you healthy? Are you living life? Are you taking one day at a time and enjoying every step that you take? I hope so, because I am. I love you, and I'll be back.